It is great to have you back here at CoinSuri's channel. A consortium of investors and Ripple Labs, and subsidiary of Bhutan's central bank, will host a digital and gold forum in 2024. In other news, the XRP ledger is going to be the first platform to offer a decentralized patentable data backup and inheritance solution, while U.S. presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy has spoken out against the current crypto regulatory framework, accusing SEC Chair Gary Gensler of the agency's overreach. This next step was mapped out in a policy brief that detailed the principal objective for making Bhutan's economy dynamic and self-sufficient. Because it is digital money or digital and gold from a crucial component of its aims, the main bank is hopeful that the alternative currency can genuinely aid the common Bhutanese person. The Bhutan CBDC project was spearheaded by Ripple Labs in 2021. In 2021, the project reached a major milestone since it was commissioned, with the completion of 3 consecutive phases. At the time of writing, a needs assessment had been carried out by the Bhutan Central Bank to prove the many benefits of a digital currency backed by gold. The project progressed through the CBDC design, scoping, technical design, and proof of concept phases after this requirements collection. Throughout, Ripple plays a crucial role. The project's pilot phase is scheduled to commence in the new year. This subsequent stage will undoubtedly persist until 2026, following the schedule laid out in the policy paper. Ultimately, the purpose of this pilot program and the whole Bhutanese CBDC push is to figure out how to implement a digital and gold drum and incorporate it into the country's current financial systems. With their solutions, Ripple Labs has created the technology to support CBDCs in both the retail and wholesale sectors. This will allow for the systems to shift and will strengthen the push for financial inclusion even more. The International Monetary Fund reports that over 100 nations are involved in some way with CBD research or development. There are a variety of motivations for national digital currencies, but in the next year, CBDCs may see increased demand from nations that are under pressure to modernize their financial systems without falling behind. Although many nations have not yet decided to launch CBDCs. Before the CBDCs go online, companies like Ripple Labs and MasterCard are hard at work investigating new ways to enable their interconnection, allowing for cross-border payments. Become the first to know about all the latest XRP news by subscribing to our channel and activating the notification bell. Vice President candidate Vivek Ramaswamy showed awareness of the present issues confronting U.S. Bitcoin businesses at Wednesday's 4th Republican presidential debate at the University of Alabama. In response to inquiries about his intentions and policies regarding the Bitcoin industry, Ramaswamy was sworn into office. The presidential candidate had promised, among other things, to regulate cryptocurrency in a way that would protect Americans' economic freedom, but most of the inquiries he fielded concerned the possibility that such regulations may open the door to cryptocurrency-based fraud and money laundering. Host Eliana Johnson asked Vivek Ramaswamy questions that painted Bitcoin in a negative way, seemingly in an effort to sell viewers on the idea of its recent multi-billion settlement. In his response, Vivek Ramaswamy laid out the reasons why the present system of regulations is ineffective. Terrorists, criminals, and scammers, he informed the crowd, have been taking advantage of people for quite some time. We need to update our regulations so they reflect the present. Whatever their present regulatory system is, it isn't working since SBF Sam Bankman-Fried was able to pull off what he did in FTX. Provide an illustration of how the existing regulatory system has failed to resolve issues. American SEC Chairman Gary Gensler was singled out by Ramaswamy. In a recent humiliating incident, he detailed, Gensler neglected to inform Congress as to whether Ethereum constituted a regulated security or not. Such mistakes were further evidence of the administrative state's failure, according to Vivek Ramaswamy. As Vivek Ramaswamy continued his lecture, he made the point that the current government is ineffective since its elected officials aren't doing their jobs. As an alternative, agencies like the SEC are now free to formulate policies, including ones that Congress has not explicitly authorized. As part of the crypto conversation, Vivek Ramaswamy included the concept of removing the U.S. Federal Reserve from its position and his promise to resolve the disparity if elected president. He went on to say that by the conclusion of the first year in office, My government will have cut the number of federal officials by 75%. We will reverse measures passed by Congress and dismantle unnecessary government agencies. Additionally, ODOS has strategically teamed up with Safe Haven to include the SHA token into the XRP ledger, the first decentralized data backup and inheritance solution in the world. Ronald DOS's co-founder and chief financial officer, Panel Smackaroos, tweeted about the news not long ago. A recent press release also highlighted the relationship. The SHA IOU will be issued by DOS on the XRPL, as stated in the release. Because of this, crypto enthusiasts will soon be able to trade SHA tokens on the XRP ledger's automatic market maker and native decentralized exchange. Also, Denodo Swap, DOS's all-in-one platform for XRPL trading and portfolio management, is also in development. DOS will list SHA on the platform when it launches, and a liquidity pool for XRP will be built within SHA to increase the token's liquidity. Importantly, there will be 2 stages to the cooperation. In January 2024, the first stage will begin. Upon confirmation, the XRPL network will be able to get 10 million SHA tokens from DOS. Also, once the EVM sidechain is live on XRPL, the cooperation will enter its second phase. Safe Haven SafeSwap will incorporate the solution once the EVM sidechain launches on XRPL. To put it in perspective, XRPL made a significant move towards accepting EVM sidechain. Following last month's examination of the protocol by prominent cybersecurity company Bishop Fox, users can now pay using SHA tokens from their own wallet to easily construct inheritance plans on the XRP ledger upon successful integration. Digital assets such as social media accounts, non-fungible coins, and data can be safely passed down between generations with the help of Inherited, a digital inheritance solution. The solution, Herity, encrypted user data and stored it in a 3-layer architecture consisting of blockchain, cold storage, and traditional data inheritance markets. It debuted on the VeChain mainnet in September 2020 and is accessible to anyone without technical expertise. When users provide him access to their secret material, he immediately goes into action, dividing it into encrypted shares and unreadable secrets. Afterwards, it assigns various cold storage devices the encrypted bits of inheritance data. Encryption of data requires the safe key holder to combine different shares into an inheritance key. At $50,000, is XRP better than Bitcoin at $500,000? That brings us to our primary point for the day. Become the first to know about all the latest XRP news by subscribing to our channel and activating the notification bell. As a starting point, Richter mentioned that Bitcoins have recently entered the $40,000 range. He emphasized the remarkable ascent of Bitcoin's chart, making reference to the start of the rise on October 16. In the midst of a false ETF rumor, as Bitcoin surpassed $44,000 and XRP was trading at 64 cents, Richter outlined the possibilities and threats that XRP and Bitcoin faced in their pursuit of these lofty goals. Zach Richter voiced his doubts regarding the possibility of Bitcoin reaching an asset value of $500,000 per unit. He specifically brought up the possibility that Bitcoin's market valuation could eventually exceed that of gold. This perspective is based on the idea that if Bitcoin were to reach $500,000, its market valuation would surpass $10 trillion, putting it in the same ballpark as gold. Bitcoin, according to the expert, isn't practical enough to reach a multi-trillion-dollar valuation like gold. Meanwhile, he voiced his concerns about Bitcoin's ability to acquire new uses without substantially altering its network. But he did drop hints that XRP might have a brighter future. In particular, Richter admitted that Bitcoin may potentially reach $500,000, but compared to XRP, its chances of reaching $50,000 were questioned. Richter provided strong evidence to support his assumption about the future of XRP's growth. He started by saying that a lot of people don't realize how rare XRP is. There may not be enough XRP to go around, he warned, due to the utility-driven burning process and all the new features added to the XRP ledger XRPL. The introduction of an EVM sidechain, NFTs, and automated market makers are just a few of the noteworthy developments within the XRP ecosystem that Richter highlighted. In addition, he referenced the XS55, which aims to enable various payment capabilities. Also, the expert stated that XRP should serve as a liquidity function in the payment ecosystem. In this regard, he made a comparison to more conventional assets, such as gold, arguing that the latter does not have the innate capability to act as a liquid asset. For Rector, XRP's worth is heavily dependent on its ability to increase liquidity via distributed ledger technology. Though it will take a long time for XRP to get $50,000. If XRP can go from 65 cents to $50,000, a staggering increase of more than 300%, then, in his opinion, it will be a major player in the digital asset market thanks to its improved liquidity function and problem-solving capabilities. However, a Bitcoin accent between $44,000 and $500,000 would only be 1,136%. Which of these price schedules do you believe is the most reasonable and appealing to you? Now, leave a comment with your opinions on this, I'd really appreciate it. Please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and enable notifications. Muchas gracias, depart.